You know the story, don't you? Yeah. CDs and remastered CDs. It's as nearly as old as time itself at this stage. Compact disc was originally launched in 1982. It was around the mid 80s that a lot of big acts like Queen, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles started bringing out their albums on compact disc. Some bands actually, even back in 82 and 83, had CD issues stamped up and pressed up. But problem is, you know, 30, 40 years, you end up having a remastered one every decade. And yeah, it's just a big debate. It goes on and on and on. The problem is that a lot of people complain that remastering, number one, it's very, very loud. Number two, it's brick walled. Number three, it's got a lot of compression, and all of a sudden it makes the ears, it just takes away the enjoyment of the music. As a big Queen fan, I now have 4 copies of Jazz. I've got a few on vinyl as well. I've got the 2015 remaster, and I also have an original one from back in 1978. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to each one of these, sample them with a pair of headphones and a Technics SLP 550 CD player from 1988-89. That's the flagship at the time. But I'm going to actually do a verdict, do a test, do a verdict, and tell you which one I find the nicest to listen to, which has the best dynamics, the nicest sound, or the best sound, you know, whatever the hell, which way you want to swing it. We have a 1986. This is an original 86, and this one is where's it made? Made in West Germany, actually. So they were made all over the place: Holland, Germany, whatever. When it says West Germany, this could be PDO. It's an analog recording. Like I said, this is the first time it was remastered. In 1994, the Digital Master Series came along. More or less identical packaging, but they were, I think they were, this is a UK press, and I think it was remastered in England. This is a Swindon, EMI Swindon. This is 2004 Japanese Toshiba. I'm not sure who was responsible for remastering these, but I like these. They're really good. Plus the fact that the packaging is absolutely beautiful. They're miniature LPs. These ones were actually came out in 2004. I got most of them anyway, thankfully. They were kind of giving them away in the shop. It even has the nude poster in it. I mean, how cool is that? These are the Japanese stuff. It's just meticulous attention to detail. Even the inner sleeve, glossy track listing, and they had the good sense to give us a nice label like that. That is fantastic. I'll just put it to. Also, there's the lyrics inside here in this Japanese booklet. Lyrics in English as well. And finally, we have the 2011 Digital Master. These ones were done by Bob Ludwig, and this is the Super Jewel version. These are on Ireland, and I think recently they're gone back to Virgin. Yeah, but at least they give us the disc. A lot of people don't like the Ludwig remasters. They kind of say that they're loud, compressed, and all that kind of stuff. You're kind of getting you're still getting the poster, and you know the typical Jazz artwork. Yeah, so Jazz is from 1978. It was Queen's, what did I say? It was the album that they brought out before they did a big European tour, and then I think they went to Japan on a tour and stuff like that. But it's produced by Roy Thomas Baker. He produced the early albums, and they kind of disband him for the predecessor, which was News of the World. So yeah, this one is kind of I think there's a few Duff tracks on it, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a few Duffers on it. I think Fun It, yeah, it's not that great. Of course, there's some great tracks on it as well, like Don't Stop Me Now, Bicycle Race, Fat Bottom Girls. If you can't beat them, it plods along a little bit. Big Long Solo. Let Me Entertain You is great. Dead on Time, very heavy guitar in that though. And then Mustafa, which is one of the highlights for me. It's just absolutely insane. But anyway, I'm going to listen to these albums one after the other, sample them, and then I'm going to get back and I'm going to give them a verdict just for the hell of it. Okay, like I said, Technics SLP 550, fantastic CD player. Absolutely love this one. It's been around a long time. Headphones are Pioneer. They're DJ headphones. What are they called? HDJ X5. Yeah, big cans. They're lovely. I love them. First one we're going to try is the 1986. So here goes. Alright, the listening is over. The verdict. The verdictum. Okay, let's go through it. 1986. That's this. Nice balance, good detail and dynamics. It's nice on the ears, you know. It's not bad. Okay, I like it, you know. I think it sounds very natural, and it sounds, you know, there's nothing over exaggerated on it. It doesn't blow the ears off you. And so yeah, it's a good representation on compact disc. So I like it. Yeah, I do. I like listening to it on headphones especially. Next up is the 1994 Digital Master. This is louder, more distorted, a little bit harsher, and it's a bit harder on the ears. It's not a million miles away from this, but it doesn't improve on it. It definitely does not improve. So if you have a chance or a choice between Digital Master and 1986, I would go for 1986 if you can get it, because the originals are probably getting more expensive. Next up is Toshiba 2001. This is they were remastered in Japan in 2001, the Queen catalog. But this one is from, these ones were from 2004, sorry. This is a strange one. Yeah, I'm not sure who was involved with the remastering, but it's louder again. And it seems like there's noise reduction on it. Yeah, some of it sounds very clear. The high end is more exaggerated. And for some reason, I found it not as enjoyable as the first two. But there is better low end, without a doubt. I always found jazz had very poor bass. The drums as well were sounded harsh in the high range, the treble, and the drums sounded very at the bottom end. It was like there was socks. It was like woolly over the bottom end, and in the middle it was kind of exaggerated. Made it sounded really, probably one of Queen's worst drum sounds ever, I think, on album. Definitely. I mean, Roger Taylor was a good drummer, and he had very good drum kits, Ludwigs and stuff. This kit seems choked. The snare drum sounds horrible. Yeah, the bass as well, which is strange because Nikan has a lot of melodies on his bass. You can't really. I know Punk was kind of big the year before and stuff. Maybe they were going for that. The low end is quite poor. Very strange. Anyway, last one is the 2011 Bob Ludwig. Now, I actually like this. I like the Ludwig series, really, you know. Very loud, though. That is one thing. Very loud. You kind of have to back off the volume. It's fatter. It is more compressed. It's squishy. It sounds a little bit like listening to vinyl for some reason. I mean, Bob Ludwig is a legend. He's very good at remastering stuff. I'm sure some of the time it's the record company dictates it. Look, make that loud, bring it up by 50 decibels and blow the head off people so it matches all the rubbish in the charts. There is good details and nuances. You know, the percussion and the cymbals and the things like that sound, the metallic sounds sound good. The hi-hats sound good. But as well as that, the drums, there are more fat bottom drums. He's definitely put more fat bottoms on the drums. Fat bottom girls. Yeah, good details, nuances. I like the Ludwig mixes. I think they're nice to listen to just in a hi-fi with the speakers. whereas like the 1986 sounds lovely on headphones. But in a room, I like the Ludwig, and I also like the Ludwig when I convert them to MP3 for my Sony media player and stuff like that. I think there's a nice punch off them. But there you go. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe and press the like button. And that's all there is to say. Thanks for watching, and take care.